Look at that view.
What? Right here.
How about you let me go first and keep your voice down?
Okay.
Got it, Rally. But anyway, back to this game. I think that last cutscene is when a lot of Ellie's personality really starts to shine. How are you feeling about Ellie so far, Noah, in this dynamic?
Oh yeah, I like her. She's like an annoying kid, but not so
But
much
written
where
well.
it's like, yeah, like not where she's like actually annoying to the audience. No, I mean she's behaving how any kid in this situation would behave, I think.
I think the writing and the performance just strike that right balance where this could have gone so horribly because you are stuck with these two characters this entire game.
Your fellow hunters do this?
Cute.
I also think it's interesting that we get a perspective of someone
Why would they move down all
who
these
has only known
Can't
this
let
world.
everyone
Like she
in.
didn't grow up in the old world.
They killed him?
Dead people don't get infected.
Monkey.
Manky.
Menki. I was just thinking of that.
You don't see
Yeah, pay no attention to the man
Crouching.
across the yard.
Someone sees you.
Ellie, get back here, little twerp.
The hell are those guys? They're supposed to be here.
They're on the highway shift. Wouldn't be surprised if they cut another batch of tourists.
Spots a gold mine, lucky.
I hate tourists.
See if there's anything you can forage while we wait for 'em.
The tourists.
Ain't nothing here. Let's keep going.
Damn tourists. Okay.
If there's any industry I hate, it's tourism.
They are the real ones.
Over there.
Oh fuck.
Ellie's like over there. Over where? Uh-oh.
What did you say?
Ow. Stop hitting me with a stick.
It's the only weapon you can get in the apocalypse is a wooden stick.
And my axe.
And my splinter.
Oh, that bandage just disappeared.
I'm gonna make this bandage disappear.
Ta-da! It's gone.
Yeet.
Yeah, Joel, make more noise.
That bridge looks pretty far.
We'll get there.
Whoa. It's strange seeing a checkpoint with no soldiers.
Well, this is what most zones look like. This place has been abandoned for a while now.
Is this
That
new?
is true, Noah.
Rations.
We lost Troy Hill to the most ragtag pieces of maggot shit ever to carry a gun. Bastards are cunning, though. Sorry.
Noah, what is it with you and reading?
Bastards are cunning, though. They stole one of our motor launchers. We didn't stand a chance. With this and the strip district in their pocket, they now control the whole river. Made for a difficult retreat. There's barely half our squad left. I just pray to God that Jeremy and Pam are still alive. They got stranded on the other side of the river.
You're on the wrong side of the river.
District controls the river.
I
Well, then we went for
appreciated
two
both of
completely
those
different-
references.
Hey, Benny.
Looks
You're on
like
the
you're
wrong
on the
side of
wrong
the
side of the
river.
river.
I want to watch that movie now.
Oh, it's so good.
Have we done anything on that on the channel?
No, we should.
Let's see.
I think if we land on the mummy, that's what we'll do.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Isn't it wild though? Because thinking about this, in the 90s we have kind of a resurgence of the Universal monsters, so we get like Kenneth Branagh's Frankenstein, Francis Coppola's Dracula, and then the Brendan Fraser Mummy.
And that's the one produced by Universal.
Yeah, and arguably, and I think is the best of them.
Sometimes you gotta earn your keep, right?
And with the first two,
Yeah, movie.
they're going back to the source material to be a lot more, you know, like
Gothic and
Prestigious.
horror.
prestigious, you know, gothic horror, but also like accurate to the source material. And I don't think the Mummy movie was based on anything initially, but
No.
it's just funny. It's just funny to see the Frasier one take such a drastic departure from what that original movie was.
Yeah, no, the
I
Mummy's
still-
like, here's Indiana Jones, but with mummies.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I like it.
It's
Uh,
better than the original. Sorry.
It is.
Yeah.
I also,
was-
it's one of my favorite like action adventure movies. I like that over any of the movies.
Wow.
I was talking to this about with Austin the other day because he said he hadn't seen that Brendan Fraser movie in a long time. Wasn't sure if he'd still like it, but I like it. It's pretty close in the vein of something like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, it's not as good as that, but I still think it's a really fun movie. It has those similar sensibilities.
Yeah.
And Indiana Jones, of course, too.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the Mummy, the first one's good. I haven't gone back to the Mummy Returns in many years, but
It is
I remember
an
it not
inferior
being
sequel
great.
that is still watchable.
And then the third one
the
exists.
third one exists.
Yeah.
That one is they had a new director that just wasn't interested in like Egyptian like mythology and lore. So he was
Well-
just like, let's do like an East Asian mummy type situation.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
I
the China
remember when
setting is
Jet
the
Li
best thing
was-
about that movie.
Remember when Jet Li was at cast? I was like, what?
And then he's barely in it. He's just a CGI guy for most of the movie.
I think there's a part where there are Yetis that like
Yep.
I
they,
saw that
like,
movie
play
once.
soccer.
I don't remember
Yeah.
anything about it.
I
Eddie says, "Stop this madness." What madness?
Stop this madness. I liked The Mummy 3 when I was a kid. It was the first one I got to see in the theater, and that was pretty cool. I was really excited for it, but I haven't seen it in a long time. I'm sure it doesn't hold up.
I mean, it wasn't even good when it came out. There's nothing to hold up to.
I think at the time, though, I think though for the general audience, it was considered an improvement over 2, just because it was doing something different. But I think in the following years, it's become remembered as the worst one, and probably rightfully so. But the second one was really criticized initially just for being the first one again, which it is.
And I just find that a weird, like, criticism when 90% of sequels are just the first movie
Gun.
My beloved Ghostbusters 2.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, no, you are never
John, you're-
allowed to complain about.
John,
it
you're
for a
allowed
second.
to like a sequel like that, but I'm not with the Ghostbusters 2.
Because I don't complain about sequels being just the first movie.
I do when it's really bad.
Like Ghostbusters 2.
Ghostbusters 2 is not unwatchable though.
That's true.
That's true.
Neither is Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2 sucks.
I mean, it's not a good movie, but you've seen worse. You've seen worse movies than Die Hard 2.
I've seen Salem's Lot.
I've seen Lamageddon.
Oh God.
That was also Noah's fault.
I'm sorry. Was that my fault?
I feel like it was.
Did I choose that? I can't even remember.
I'm pretty sure you
You
did.
blocked this out.
I want to forget the movie. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I do remember the movie, but I can't remember how we came to watch that.
Teddy really hates
You're
the Mummy,
drinking
and
to
I can't
forget.
tell if he hates the movie or just hates like Mummy mummies as a concept.
Because mummies are his least favorite monster. I'm
mean,
sorry.
They're probably mine too, but not because they're bad. It's just the others are better.
Yeah, well, especially when you see the other Universal Mummy movies that have nothing to do with the first one, where they're kind of proto-slasher movies, where he's just lumbering around and strangling people, which is cool. The problem is, like, he's just a henchman. There's always, like, a main bad guy, and he's just really uninteresting and kind of lame. It's like, oh, like, I feel like kids love mummies. Like, they think they're cool, like, they're popular for Halloween and stuff, but then you watch those movies, you're like, oh, this monster's kind of lame.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that the Brendan Fraser one gets right. Is like,
Yeah.
the mummy in that has like a goal.
Yeah.
All right.
And a character.
I'm sorry to derail the conversation, but I do actually have to get going now. But I'll be back. Right here.
You
I'm sorry.
fucking
Fine.
bastard.
This is a good spot.
Yeah,
to do that.
I will be back sometime after 10 though, so
Okay.
never
Okay.
fear.
There's no need to fear.
Oh.
Underdog is here.
Yay.
Anyway, I'll see you in a bit.
So you.
Daddy, mummies are just zombies, but wrapped up. I mean,
They are proto-zombies.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, wouldn't it be the other way around, where zombies are just mummies without the wrapping?
Exactly.
But also, I think it
See what
depends
we
on
got
the
in
take
here.
because, like I said earlier, the '90s one is definitely nothing like a zombie.
Well, and that one actually is looking more at the very first Universal one, where it has like the same goal, where he's after his long lost love, and you know, the first movie, it's also a horror movie. It's more just a tragic romance. But then it's like, okay, we'll take that, but also make it an Indiana Jones adventure action movie.
Yeah, you get, and the smartest thing that does is casting both Brendan Fraser and
Endure and survive.
Arnold Vosloo.
Savage Stone.
Vazlu.
Vosloo.
The comic I've been reading. The hero says after a big battle.
Who you might also know as Darkman 2.
Yeah, and 3.
Well, I just said 2 because he's the second.
Yeah. Literally. That's such weird casting.
He's
I get
fine in those movies.
I've never seen him. I've only seen the first one.
I had the trilogy on DVD. I watched them once. I was like, yep, I will never watch those again.
I wish I had more room in my backpack.
Would you be down for
Well,
a new
not running away from
Darkman
numbers
movie
unaffected?
if we got Liam Neeson back?
Yeah, I read all.
Only if Raimi is involved.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like if anybody else is involved, and I don't mean this as a criticism of these other movies, it would be an Evil Dead situation where it's like, you only get like half of what makes this cool.
Maybe.
Like, it would just be another superhero movie without Raimi.
Mhm.
You wouldn't get all the weird, like the weird teddy bear freak out in the first movie.
No, that movie is a really cool mix of like Universal monsters and superhero and like noir. Like, it's
Wait, Teddy,
Really
you haven't
cool
even
character.
seen the Brandon Fraser Mummy movie? What the fuck?
oh, come on, Teddy.
Come
It's a good
on,
movie.
what are you showing me here?
Not the Mummy, apparently.
Robert, is that streaming? Because I kind of want to watch it.
What, the Mummy?
Yes.
I'm guessing it's on Peacock.
Let's see where
but let
this
me
leads
see.
us.
I mean,
Teddy
I
says, you guys are making me do something I swear not to do since I watch Under Wraps, watch a Mummy movie. I mean, I don't know what Under Wraps is, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say the 90s Mummy is better.
He also only has the wrappings in like one scene.
No, that didn't work. That seems like a weird movie to base. I will never watch another movie with this creature. That'd be like if I watched Day of the Dead 2 and it's like, I am never watching another zombie movie.
Okay,
All right. I don't think they saw us.
it looks like as of a few weeks ago, the
There's our
Mummy is on
bridge.
Peacock, but
We're
I
a little
can't say for
closer.
sure if that's still up to date
keep at
because
it.
fucking
Come on.
Google AI sucks so hard.
It does.
Ugh, it's the worst.
So I have a friend that is a big Hosier fan,
I don't know.
and I'm more hit and miss on him, but he has this cover of an Arctic Monkey song that is really good. I don't know if you're a big Hosier guy.
No, I think I just know one song of theirs that was in
Is
like
it
a
Take Me to
1-minute trailer.
Church?
Yeah.
No,
Or is it
that's
Take Me Home?
no, it's Take Me to Church.
Okay.
No, that's his big like. Everybody knows this song. It's a good one.
Everybody knows.
Teddy says if I don't like it, I'm suing you. Robert will accept that challenge.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can't believe you haven't seen it. I don't know. That just feels like
Oh!
something most people have seen
Okay.
at some point.
Okay, so the Hosier song I know is Arsonist's Lullaby. That song's great.
Okay, I don't know that one. You should listen to Take Me to Church. I think you'd like it. If you like it.
Yeah, I'll check that out. I've probably heard it. I just
Probably.
didn't know it was them.
Jake says I'd like to sue as well. Why would you like to sue?
No answer. It's like crickets.
He takes a minute. You know, it's funny. When we were watching Deathly Hallows, I was like, I wonder how Jake got through this because he is deathly afraid of snakes. And obviously, the snake plays a very big part of that movie.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit in part one. There's a couple good bits with that snake.
Yeah. Some of the CGI is still, ugh.
Oh, I think it looks fine.
To their credit, I think it's just stuff like I don't even know if you could still do that today.
Right.
But, like the polyjuice potion looks really bad.
Oh yeah.
Robert.
It goes down tonight. We're going to take the eastern checkpoint. I've stashed some extra supplies at the Regal Apartments. It's marked with a red X.
Like the Teen Titans villain.
Well, just to get money. You fucking bastard. Now I've got that stuck in my head.
I'll listen to it later.
The problem is that I only know the chorus. It's just like that on repeat. It's driving me fucking insane. Wait a minute, I'm supposed to do something else. Jake does the scene with the old lady in the house was awful for him. Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Hey, there's
Yeah, and I know
raft
Austin's
again.
someone.
Can we use it?
Good thinking, Ellie. I know Austin's someone who's criticized those later movies for being like edgy and adult for the sake of being edgy, and I don't agree at all.
I don't
like,
agree. Like
Let's see where
you're,
this goes.
it's a war. Like it's
the character's gonna die.
like sure, maybe killing the owl is like adult, but I don't know. That just shows that the stakes are raised.
Yeah, it's also I've always read that it's just the coming of age story. It's like, yeah, that's a thing you don't think about in the first one because oh, Hedwig, it's cool, it's adorable, it's a pet, and then it's like, yeah, that's part of growing up as a kid is having to deal with the death of a pet.
I will say I think the movie handles it better though.
Interesting. I don't remember.
In the book, he just has her in a cage. So it's like,
okay.
Obviously, that's Harry. He has Hedwig. And she gets hit with a stray spell in the cage, whereas in that one, it's more like she dies protecting him.
Sure. Yeah.
So
That's a
that
good
is a bit of an improvement. No, that is those two movies are like we talked about the other improvements, but those are the ones where I think, oh yeah, you could have improved a little bit on some stuff.
Mhm.
Because I've never been a fan of the book where Ron leaves and they just sit around in the tent moping for months.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
In the movie, it's like, well, we lost that dead weight. Let's get going now.
Yeah. No, I mean that movie also kind of is the cement of like, yeah, Harry and Hermione could have done this alone.
Mm-hmm. And you know, we rag on Ron a lot in those movies. I still think Rupert Grint's great. I still think he gets a lot of memorable, funny, standout
Yeah.
moments.
So to be serious for a minute, Seven also has one of my favorite Ron moments where Harry's like gonna go off on his own, and Ron's like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Hmm.
You're 16. You're still under the trace. We can't do this without Hermione."
Yeah, that's a good scene. That's a good little speech.
That's great.
Also, to give Ron credit, there is one scene where he's actually kind of the voice of reason, but I don't think J.K. Rowling thinks he is. When he's like, "Okay, so we're on this fetch quest and have like no idea what we're doing. I thought we'd have more information to go on. Thanks, Dumbledore."
So that goes into with her not being able to write morally ambiguous characters, because I don't think he's wrong. I think it's just how he goes about it. Because Harry told them everything Dumbledore told him. And Ron knew what he was signing up for.
Yeah.
No, I've always thought Ron gets off way too easily for that.
But I also think it's extremely convenient that it just works out and that they're all able to figure out those clues and where the Horcruxes are, because I think they just get lucky a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's the information they go off of is extremely flimsy.
No, they definitely get lucky, but it also doesn't shy away from the fact that they have help. Like, Snape helps them kill the first Horcrux. Yeah, I know use the pallet to float Ellie. Oh, wait a minute. I'm stupid. Like, they are lucky, but what gets them from point A to point B is their skills. Like, Harry's leadership, Hermione's brains. Ron does something.
Courage.
Oh no! What Ron's contribution is he somehow learns how to fake parcel tongue, even though you shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, he talks in his sleep. Fine.
It doesn't make any sense.
What was that all about?
Ellie, get on
Get
the
on.
plank.
We're coming to the hotel.
Okay.
It's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen in the hotel.
Set up that plank like they did.
Nothing else.
I'm worried we're gonna have to stall for a minute though, because I really don't want Noah to miss the big oh shit moment coming up. The elevator scene.
Yeah. Should we take a break?
Now you just need to find
I mean, maybe when we get there. We're still. There might be a
Jake's,
fight.
Ron's contribution is having a sister for Harry to get with.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Even. I hate it, okay? I hate it. It's so bad.
You think those hunters are gone?
We're about to find
And I
out.
don't even know if at this point I think it's just because I've hated it for so long, it's just ingrained in my brain. Like I don't know if I actually
Calm
care
down.
that much anymore, other than
Oh.
by memory I care.
You ever stay at a place like this?
Although I will never forgive J.K. Rowling for Albus Severus Potter.
No, it's
Fuck
too rich
you.
mama.
You should have been there though when Noah first learned of Mundungus.
Mundungus Fletcher.
He couldn't stop laughing. My favorite though is still Creature. What do we name this house elf? Creature.
Sounds good.
Coming from the
fun
woman that
facts.
named the only Asian character Cho Chang.
Oh. But fun fact though, the actor who voices Creature plays the Renfield character in the new Nosferatu.
Oh, cool.
He's great.
Yeah.
I really miss
That's cool.
coffee.
They handle Creature pretty well. Jake says Snape is irredeemable. Hate how excited it is. I don't think Snape is irredeemable. I just don't think it's as black and white as the books and movies pretend it is.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I like him when he's just morally gray, and I like the idea of him being like the tough love parent for Harry, because he does put him in his place a lot, and I think Harry does learn a lot of valuable lessons from him. But there are instances where it's like, okay, this does veer too far into abuse, and he gets way too much of a pass for that.
Yeah, no, the occlumency thing in the fifth book / movie is not okay. You put Harry at risk because you couldn't get over your own ego.
Yeah, but I think the stuff in the first movie, like, or the first story, I should say, as much as Snape is a dick, it's also like, it's still good to have somebody who's like, hey,
But he also asks
expect
a
everything
first
to be
year that he knows didn't grow up with magic.
Yeah.
Things he couldn't
Well,
possibly. I think J.K. Rowling thinks that flimsy ass backstory she gave him forgives everything, and it doesn't.
Right. I think it's little moments that really shine when you pick up on them, like in the third one. After
To all staff, the combination for the security safe for hotel guests' valuables has changed. The new combination is 421056.
But one bit I like a lot in Prisoner of Azkaban, and to give credit to Snape, this is after Harry shot him with a spell and knocked him out.
Which I still don't. That still doesn't make sense.
But then
he uses a disarming spell.
Yeah, but the books have that too, where it just kind of does whatever.
Hotel guests. That wouldn't be downstairs then. It would be upstairs.
Yeah, there's. You got to maneuver to get to that safe somewhere, but no, there's just a bit I really like after that scene, when Snape wakes up and then Lupin's turning into a werewolf, and he's like, Potter, what the hell are you doing? And then he sees the werewolf, and he's like, oh shit, and then like instinctually he just like puts his arms around them.
Yeah,
it's just a great little bit.
Werewolf. No, that's the moment. Lupin is an idiot.
Yeah. I love him, but
no, I like Lupin a lot, but he's like, I'm gonna go save my best friend, even though it's a full moon tonight, and I haven't taken my potion.
I have to take my pills.
That is the big thing that I'm so sad gets cut from Deathly Hallows. Is there's a nice scene in the book where Lupin is like panicking because he's just become a father, and he's ready to just throw it all away and follow Harry on the Horcrux hunt. And Harry is like, "What are you doing? You just had a baby. Tonks needs you. I will. You are not going anywhere." Instead, all we get is a half-assed reference at the end where it's like, "Oh, but your son."
Yeah, there is like one line that references it in part one.
Oh, is there in
that-
part one?
Yeah, it's early on. There's a line about Tonks like alluding to that she's gonna have a baby, and then remember part 2 is like 10 months later. So obviously she has
Is
the
it?
kid off screen. Yeah.
Oh, you mean
'cause-
from the beginning of? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, from like
So,
the beginning of.
I
part
thought you
one
meant
to the-
between movies. What are you talking about? A
No,
Pixar
yeah. No, they're on that Horcrux hunt
For a long
good
time.
several months.
Well, yeah, because that's the formula. It's over a whole year.
Yeah. Back to formula.
That's the thing that never made sense to me is you expect me to believe that Harry, Ron, and Hermione just go back to being who they were before the hunts? Like
No, they should be pretty damaged.
they would be damaged. Like they wouldn't be able to like get along with other people. Like that severe isolation. No, it's fine.
Everything's fine. At
Harry
least with Harry,
doesn't care that he came back to life after dying.
yeah, it happens. At least with Harry, though, like his life sucks from like day one, so he's just kind of used to it. It's not an innocence lost story. It's just coming of age, and yeah, he's always had a struggle.
Yeah. Well, no, but that should be the innocence lost. Should be like Hermione and to some extent Ron. And I say more so with Hermione because she's arguably the one that sacrifices the most.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's a great scene in part 1 that I don't think was in the book when she wipes her parents' memory.
I don't think so either
And
because the books
abandons
are
them.
always, with one or two exceptions, with few exceptions, the books are always Harry's point of view. No, and there's that scene in the diner where they ask her to obliviate the Death Eaters. I'm like, tell them, have a conversation. I don't think Harry would have asked her to do that if he knew. That also has a weird thing where Ron's like, "Yeah, we should just kill him."